Is Apple discontinuing the 2019 Mac Pro at this year's WWDC? Well, I think that Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Callaway Jones, and really crazy news just dropped hot off the press, but not off the press. Our good friends over at Max Tech actually came to find that Apple might be, supposedly, allegedly, taking out the 2019 Mac Pro from their lineup as soon as this summer's WWDC event. I don't know how reliable this rumor is, but to be honest, they might. Let me tell you why. The 2019 Mac Pro is an absolute monster of a machine. Believe me, I use this thing every day, all day for client work, and it is a beast. It very rarely gives me any kind of troubles, and it just churns and churns through 3D animation, visual effects work, motion graphics, and all frames of rendering and editing I can throw at it. But it is Intel, and as we all know, almost 2 years ago, Apple said with their own mouth that they want to be completely off of Intel within 2 years' time. And if we look back over the past 2 years, they've done just that. It all started out with that Apple M1 chip 2 years ago, Apple's very own silicon. And that was followed up by the M1 Pro and then the M1 Max. And this year, they blew everybody's mind with a surprise chip, a dual M1 Max card, the M1 Ultra. And what a monster of a chip it was. Now, my prediction was they won't replace the 2019 Mac Pro until they have a machine that in all facades is badder and stronger than this machine sitting right here. Well, according to a rumor that our friends at Max Tech found, that's exactly what Apple has done. Apparently, Apple's working on a way to get their prosumer level chip, which, by the way, we're not actually sure what the name of that chip is going to be. And the reason for that is because technically, they told us at the last event that the M1 Ultra chip was the last chip in the entire M1 lineup. That said, I think the most likely scenario is the one that we've been hearing recently, which is that Apple is working on a brand new prosumer level chip, and that chip is going to fit right into the current version chassis. So they're not gonna have to get rid of this insanely beautiful design. And what they'll end up doing is basically just replacing that Intel brain with an Apple Silicon one. I think that X1 brain is going to be able to run through those PCI slots, and combined with the dedicated GPU on the X1 chip, it is going to blow the 2019 Mac Pro right out of the water. Now that said, I'm still not getting rid of my 2019 Mac Pro. And I know a lot of you are thinking right now, why on earth, if you're gonna get the 2022 Mac Pro, would you hang on to that thing? Well, if it turns out that they replace that Intel brain with an Apple Silicon-based X1 chip, which is what we're gonna be calling that chip for the rest of this video, and it does in fact integrate with the PCI slots that are in there, then that 2022 Mac Pro is going to be insane, because that X1 chip will sure enough have Apple's dedicated GPU on it, and you combine that with the two W6800X Duos currently powering this monster, and you've got Godzilla, the king of all silicon. And I don't know about you, but that's a machine that I can get behind. Now that said, will I be selling my 2019 Mac Pro? Absolutely not. Why on earth would I sell this machine? It'll just go upstairs in the music studio. This machine is incredible, and I still have my old GPUs to put right back in it. And I'll swap my W6800X Duos and throw them in the 2022 Mac Pro, if this were all to come to fruition, which I'm praying that it does. And you know what, guys? I'll say this, if you were to ask me right now today, should you buy a 2019 Mac Pro? I have to tell you, my answer would still be yes. Because right now, A, we're working in hypotheticals, B, this is still a great machine, and even if you were to get a 2022 Mac Pro, this will still help out because it'll basically just become a render farm for you to make your renders happen faster. And C, if you happen to be a gamer, or if you happen to be a crossover user, this machine right here officially is the only Mac that you can get today that is capable of running Windows. And for me, that is a very lucrative piece of the pie. I still have to hop over to Windows from time to time to work on other things. And for those moments that I have to do that and don't want to get up and go to the PC, this machine is a lifesaver. And finally, D. Something that most people don't know about, and I'm not sure why, is Apple's refurbished website. If you go to apple.com and you scroll all the way to the bottom and you hit the refurbish button, you're going to find every product that Apple sells at a big discounted rate, including, and not limited to, the 2019 Mac Pro. In fact, you can get one of these beasts in a 28 core configuration for less than $10K right now. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a steal. So if you were to ask me if you should get one today, I wouldn't even hesitate. Yeah, if you got the cash flow to get it, get it. But I digress. What about you guys? What are you most looking forward to at WWDC? Do you think Apple's going to discontinue the 2019 Mac Pro in lieu of the 2022 Mac Pro? Or do you think that they'll be selling both? Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Well, that's it for this week's video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.